Mom, get this on voice memos.
So you'll know to talk to Nellie if you hear tapping.
Well, there's also disembodied, and there's around here. This is the men's ward. This is Charles's room. Charles was a longtime resident here. He, in the last year before it closed, they moved him out towards the Animals Hospital, which is right by the state prison. Once they did that, he died a couple months later, but he lived here for almost well over 40 years. When they literally left, they left everything. They just up and moved. Charles does like his beads, like Mardi Gras beads. So you may hear those swinging around his neck. You may hear a drum. There is a photograph out there someplace. We're trying to find it. Back in the day, Edinburgh Manor, the residents actually did have a band, and he liked to beat on his drum. So he's an elderly gentleman, still kind of out of it. This place also had high attempted suicide rates. The reason for that,
I just got an orb.
an orb?
You don't know.
Camera, but it went right in front of me when I flashed.
Okay.
I swear.
This is actually Susie's room and Laura's room. Both are little children. Susie tends to hide out in that corner right there. What corner? This corner right here. The females make more activity. She was dropped off by her parents. We don't know why, but she's between the ages of 8 to 10 years old. She does tend to play with some things. She will play with some balls. As you can see, a lot of people will bring toys in for her.
She brought a ball.
Yeah, we got a ball for her too.
I actually brought her a little Easter basket.
She's a Raggedy Ann dolls.
She will run up and down the hallways. She can get a little sassy, I will tell you that. If you ask her to play or do something, she might scream no.
Oh, Lord.
She might cry for her mom. What's her name?
If she starts crying for someone, I don't know what to do. Because I would be like...
She may tug on your shirt. And it's just going to be a little quick, nothing malicious. Now, if you guys decide to sleep in here, no. Okay, I have. All by myself.
Braver than I am.
Yeah.
What have you witnessed?
I have actually slept in this bed right here. According to one of the former workers, there was a resident that passed. His name was Eric. Eric did not like people messing with his stuff. And I didn't know at that time that Eric existed. Well, I decided to sleep in that bed.
Oh, Lord.
Eric is not a violent person, but he will make it very well known that if he's displeased, well, he was really upset that I was sleeping in his bed. It's a very comfortable bed, I will give you that. However, I went to sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got woken up to that sound right there at 7 o'clock in the morning. They said that was Eric, and he was very upset. The only other thing he might do is he might back to try to grab your attention.
So we can see if they change
So
it.
that's some of the things in there that they may do. Not to try to freak you out, but yes. Have you guys watched the Ghost Adventures episode?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep, you do.
Good thing I brought a blanket because it's
So
cold.
then you do know that we do have suicides in here. One of the gentlemen that committed suicide, this is actually used to be his bedroom. His name is Paul.
Super.
It's now a knock closet. His bed was right around in that area. You can go on in here, it's perfectly fine.
Well, if you want to.
Paul does tend to move the golf balls around, but Paul unfortunately hung himself. He was brought here by his brothers after his parents passed away. But unfortunately he was not committed, so he could have walked out anytime he wanted to. he did not know that, so he actually decided to hang himself. And he hung himself on that doorknob right there. That's not the original doorknob, but that is the original door.
Ooh,
Super.
I remember reading about that.
Paul will follow you around, and he can go upstairs, downstairs, on through this floor. He's not a violent person. He does tend to get lonely. So if you have an ovulus or a K2 meter or whatever it may be, you will probably get that quite a bit. Jim's another very common person that will follow you around.
Okay.
So, like I said, they're fairly responsive. You just gotta give them a little time. You all right?
Uh-huh.
You sure? Uh-huh. So we'll head out this way.
Oh God, why do people gotta keep appearing?
Blue room window is open.
Okay, that's fine.
You can go.
So down through this way, there is no running water in this building. We have heard sounds of running water. What was the way that we didn't catch, according to you're a brave young lady looking in those windows?
Oh, why?
Why?
There has been many people that have seen faces looking back at them.
Oh, my lord, I couldn't have did that.
Say what now? What?
They're
What?
looking
He said
through
Oriana
these-
was brave for looking in the windows.
In
We
this
have a
window?
gentleman, I know him, he's a really nice guy. He's actually bigger than you. I mean,
Oh
he's
God, that
really
looks
big.
creepy.
He looked in that window, it wasn't that one, it was one of the other ones. And he seen a face looking right back at him, and he went running out of here.
I probably would have too if I saw it. I was like, oh.
But this, anyway, is a rec room. Basically what they would, bring them in here, you know, days like today where it's windy, cold, rainy, even wintertime, something for them to do. We have heard the pool balls break, and they have not moved. Pool balls have moved on their own.
Are we left like set 'em up in a way?
Set them up any way you want. I mean, I've set them up like this before, and I asked them to push one in, and it takes a little while for them to do it, but I mean, we've heard them. And we've heard that when we're upstairs and there's no one else in the building. But an interesting thing, what happened is in one of the bathtubs, there was a lady who decided to try to commit suicide. Fortunately, they did save her. But she ended up slitting both of her wrists and cutting open her stomach.
Ooh.
They barely saved her life. But yes, there is attempted suicides in this place. When it was in operation, they even still then had shadow figures, disembodied noises, all that good stuff. And there's workers that we've talked to, they're like, yeah, we went to do our rounds. Every hour we go check on all the patients, and we go and turn around one corner, and all of a sudden there's a giant shadow figure looking back at us. There is one lady on the women's floor on the main ward, and I'll take you to that room later. She was an elderly lady, but she said she's seen a shadow figure crawling on the walls with red eyes.
Oh, my lord. That's right.
She come running out of her room, asking for help. They went in there, they didn't see anything. She comes back after 45 minutes to an hour. The figure is still there. She's seen all the way until she passed.
Lucifer.
One of the other things you may hear, at least let me open it this time. You may hear that sound. Now, one interesting thing about one of the owners, they have a black Labrador Retriever, and they actually will sometimes bring it in. And she actually got caught inside the stairwell. Now, she cannot open the doors. Very docile dog, very obedient. She doesn't climb up on anything or nothing like that. But something opened the door and she actually got caught inside the stairwell. You guys wanna go up the creepy staircase?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm scared to look through the window anymore, so I'm like,
Okay. These staircases, they both go downstairs and they both go up.
Oh, my Lanta.
What they would use these staircases for is if there was a resident who was unruly, a threat to himself, other staff members, residents, they would use these staircases to bring them down to the added room. Or they would sometimes sneak through here and
What's this?
the attic.
Oh,
And it's gonna be very cold in the attic. And there's only a walkway like that.
oh, shit.
So if you lose power, and it has happened to me, you are totally screwed up there.
oh, shit.
So right now, we're still on the men's side of the ward. As you can see, there's a puzzle piece here. People try to move the puzzle pieces and they've gotten EVPs of stop, don't do that.
We should try it.
Well, we don't got our EVP up here right now. It's down in the court.
Probably like,
Well, you can also use your cell phone too. One of the other things, this is actually Rusty's room.
Ain't Rusty the Joker?
No.
I don't know what his name is.
I thought it was.
Isn't there a room that you don't like people going in?
There's a few rooms.
Is this the bed you lay in?
Huh?
Is this the bed you lay in and you're supposed to fill everything?
No, that's downstairs in the women's ward.
Oh. Okay, I'll shut up now.
That's fine. But anyway, there was a lady who was a full-blown skeptic, and after a tour, we normally give them a chance to run around. And she decided to come up here, and she decided to pull up a chair and sit down, look. And all of a sudden, she's seen a full-bodied apparition, just like we're looking at you, sitting right on that bed, looking this way. She described him in jeans, a t-shirt, and like a reddish type hair. They did not make eye contact. All of a sudden, he just disappeared. She came running downstairs and would not step foot in the building again.
oh Lord, I thought we're not even gonna make it an hour into this building.
You'll be fine. I'll tell him to behave.
Oh, thanks.
Now, one of the other interesting stories is, as I was telling you, some of the orderlies would actually make their rounds every hour. This was during third shift. He was actually checking on a gentleman
Look at the window.
in this room right here.
I feel really sick.
In this room, there was actually a man who's a very tall man. Okay, that's what she's talking about. The window was open there. That's always open.
Oh, they're doing all that. I'm like, what do you mean?
No, that's what I thought. That's just a window, so false alarm. But anyway, he went to go check on this man, make sure he was still in bed. These residents also were very, I want to say, prissy. They would tend to wander around and try to commingle and do, I don't even want to imagine. But anyway, came around here and he started to look down this way, and all of a sudden he's seen a tall shadow figure, almost 7 foot tall, looking right back at him.
That's him.
Needless to say, he checked there and he went right back down through this way. Now there is nurses that do roam the halls.
Oh, great.
There is also a doctor. He does tend to roam the halls. His name is Dr. DeShaw. Is not super active. He may communicate with you. But one of the other things that has happened in this room is me and my wife, she's the one taking the pictures. We were actually in here when we had a blue bear, and we had it sitting on that bed right there, along with the little pink bunny rabbit, which is, I don't know, it's probably floating around the building someplace. But we were trying to get interaction with it, and didn't get a whole lot. After about an hour or so, we decided to leave, go downstairs and investigate. Now, the bunny rabbit, when we left, was actually in front of the Boo Bear. We got back here, we were the only ones in the building. The Boo Bear is is now in front of the bunny rabbit, sitting on its side. Now, there also is a little girl that does roam around here. Her name's Elizabeth. She's about 12 years old. She passed away in the mid-1910s, somewhere right around there, 1914, 1915. She died of pneumonia. She's been known to look out that window right there.
This window?
What's out this window?
She is kind of very active. If you have a spirit box or anything like that, she will communicate with you.
Yes.
Bonus.
However, in some of the mirrors, if you look at them, you take a picture, you will possibly sometimes get a figure standing behind you.
I'm not doing that because then I'd be like, they follow me.
Now, however, they do say that mirrors can also be portals.
Portal.
I got a couple of
That's why they cover them.
There's really good places to get them at, if you're actually filming, is downstairs, and I'll show you where those are at.
Dominic, everything you see doesn't mean it's an orb.
Very cool.
Yeah, watch out, Mom.
It could be, I mean, there's no bugs or nothing.
No. And as you notice, there is no spider webs in here, so they will touch you. It will feel like a cobweb experience. I've had that happen many times. I've been scratched many different times, but a lot of it is not like a malicious scratch. It's more or less like a finger poke trying to grab your attention.
Gotcha.
You'll notice it instantly because it'll feel like a little bit of a sunburn.
Wonderful.
So we'll take you down through this way. One of my very first paranormal experiences.
Now, all these doors that are closed, are we able to open them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except some of them do have locks on them.
Oh, okay.
Bad.
Okay.
One of my very first paranormal experiences happened right here. Put that door right there. I was giving a tour, kind of like I am now, but everybody was in room 200. And I'm sitting outside. You can come out. I was just shuffling down that way. But anyway, that door decided to shut all by itself with the wedge still inside. That right there was actually no bed in there. That was actually office storage space. So things did kind of get moved around a little bit.
That baby looks upside down was.
Yep. Room 200, people have been known to lay in the bed and actually get their feet grabbed.
I'm not into that. I always cover up my feet when I go to sleep just so that don't happen.
I'll do it just to see if my feet get grabbed.
This room right here, one of the stories is there was a resident who was they actually did have weights in this room.
Weights?
Weights, like lifting weights. And
There's
there was
those
a guy who constantly, that's all he did, is lift weights. He was a big buff dude, but he did not like female authority. Well, he got in a little confrontation with a female authority figure, and they actually made him go to his room. His room was right down there. One of the male orderlies is sitting like right where I'm at, just waiting for him to see if he'll come back out, and he kept peeking his head out. And he asked him, was like, you ready to apologize to the lady? No. Go back in your room. And he ended up staying in there for probably 3 hours or so before he decided to come back out, apologize. And then he came right back in here and started lifting weights again.
Oh, wow.
Checker pieces have been known to move. Puzzle pieces have been known to move. When I leave, I always have to check my hoodie because sometimes I get a puzzle piece like
Two pieces missing.
The spirits will actually put one in here, but
So before we leave, we gotta make sure there's no puzzle pieces or anything in our pockets.
Oh,
we have
wow.
had puzzle pieces actually get mailed back to us.
That's insane.
I'd be like, oh, what?
Will you quit looking in my hood? I've only been in there
If
2
anything
seconds.
does happen, according to several mediums, this is actually a safe room.
Oh, okay.
So,
202.
yep, the purple room. By several different mediums.
Watch the blinds. They keep
It's because the window's open.
Not like that.
Yeah.
They keep closing
Oh,
hard.
You see?
yeah, at the window.
Those windows are very hard to shut. They will tend to slide down a little bit. So,
If you're gonna think every little thing you see tonight, you can go sit in the trunk.
I'm not, but if you
This
look,
is
it's
the
like
lemon
somebody
board.
torn apart and shutting it.
ladies, we're just gonna come across, okay? Now, there was actually a resident, even though this is the women's ward, if you were here for a long time and you did not wanna move, you were given the option that you could stay in your room, even though it was designated either a men's or women's ward. There was a gentleman here who lived here for quite a long time, and he actually lived in that room.
What the heck?
He really didn't come out of his room.
There's an old brawl in there.
Ladies, but, that's one of the stories that he was actually in here. Now, there is also a male spirit by the name of Mr. Thomas. He is extremely protective, and he does not like men in this actually area right here, especially in here and in there. We will make it very well known, so,
Oh, I just gotta
you
chill.
can actually come in here if you want.
He don't like you guys, but you can go in.
The blue room?
Yes. And that's the window that's open. I'll shut that. But there's a spirit here by the name of Helen. Helen's just angry at the world. Just not at anybody, just upset.
Take a picture
And there's a lady over here.
I just switched them around.
She is just meditating out of it. Now, at one time, this actually did have 2 rooms to it. You
I
can
don't know
actually see
what
the
we're
walls.
talking about in Spanish.
A lot of people will sometimes either sit in here, or they'll sit down there and they'll watch down the hallways. And you will see shadow movement.
We set a camera right here.
So, there is also a portal. Here,
Just right here.
right in here, right in this area. It goes all the way up and all the way down.
What is that?
The wind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's the wind. These windows do tend to slide down a little bit. They are old and everything. Yep.
What's the story about this room?
Not a lot. Not a whole bunch really known. A lot of.
I'm moving everything around to see if it moves.
We do get shadow movement sometimes if people are looking through there. So, I will take you down through this way, and I will forewarn you there is something that is going to shock you in there. It actually does not belong in the window.
Hurry up, Arisa, they're leaving us.
This room right here, you may get disembodied coughing.
A what?
There's Disembodied coughing. There's a
Coffee?
lady that did pass away from pancreatic cancer in here. You may hear cough.
Oh. I thought you said coffee. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, you get some coffee in there. This right here,
Oh, this room looks creepy.
actually needs to be another restroom upstairs.
Check what page it's on. What page is it on?
It's on 84, 85. I put it 149. Egypt Revisited.
Okay.
That is what is shocking. This
What?
was-
What?
Was never designed to be a funeral.
Really? We really needed that in here?
Actually, the paranormal team actually brought it in here. They brought it in here and brought it in. No, this room has,
And you got activity in here?
no, it's not very old. No.
Okay.
Spirits are very upset, there's a nurse that's really upset by that. That they brought it in? Yes. She wants me to throw it out, and I'm like, I can't make.
Has anybody ever got in it?
Yes, people have gotten in that, they go for it.
got me real sick.
Even though people did pass away in here, but they would call a local mortuary
Huh.
and or a hospital.
Oh, that made me nauseous.
That was probably like an old
2010.
account system.
Is this
Dental
funerals?
cleaning. No, I think it's like.
You can go out on the landings. If you do, I recommend going from the outside.
Yeah.
One of the other interesting stories, and I always tell people about this, and I think it's kind of funny, is when Ghost Adventures was here. They were here for 4 days, and Zach Bagans saw a ball, this ball right here, which is a bowling ball. He didn't know it was a bowling ball at the time, so he was just gonna haul off and kick the ball.
Yeah, I remember, it was on TV.
How he didn't break his foot is beyond me. So